Hey everybody, what's going on? Alan here. Thank you for tuning in to the Gibson Garage Speed Shop YouTube channel. It's just a garage. It's nothing special. I do mostly random mechanic work, and sometimes if I do get spare time, which I don't seem to have a lot of lately, I do custom work to my truck and to the Magnum, to the V-dub there. I got a turbo for that thing I want to stick in it. I've got all kinds of stuff for the Magnum. I've got stuff for this to do. I've got, oh man, but I just can't find the time. Anyway, on to today's video is the 05 Mercury Sable with the 3.0 liter V6. And we're going to be doing some suspension work. Oh, little lizard. Little lizard. Where'd you go, little lizard? Fast little lizard. If you've been following along, you'll know that we've got some bad suspension parts. I was in here before replacing the cat and realized all the ball joints in this front end of this thing are bad, and probably in the rear too, but we'll get to that at another time. So I replaced the ball joint on the passenger side, the lower one. This doesn't have an upper ball joint. It has that strut connection to the top of the knuckle, so it might have to replace those strut mounts too, but we'll wait for that another time as well. Maybe, I don't know, we'll check it out when I'm in there and see if it's something that can be replaced later or if it should be replaced now. For now, we're gonna bust open the driver's side and get that lower knuckle replaced. We're gonna replace both inner and outer tie rods, and then we'll check out those strut mounts too. All right, we're gonna start on the passenger side because that's where the sun is not right now. Now we're gonna remove this 18 millimeter. Yeah, I can feel the play in that. It's in one of them. That's loose as a goose, and I can feel play on the inner ball joint too, a little clunk, 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 clunk. I'm gonna check out this stabilizer bar link too. Because that boot I noticed is trashed. Oh, loose as a goose. And obviously this dry as a bone. The boot's nasty, the boot's ripped off of it. I'm going to throw some links in there too. Alright, so check this out. You guys remember a week or two ago whenever I did this catalytic inverter on this, I replaced this ball joint as well because the old one got destroyed trying to remove it. And I took it for a test drive and I was like, oh, he's got a clunk over here in the passenger side. It must be something else. Not the ball joint I just replaced, but watch this. Watch the boot. There, see? See that squish on the boot? That means there's gap in the ball joint. Unbelievable. Brand new ball joint. Gotta be replaced. Which means we gotta blow this whole thing apart again. Get the brakes off, remove it from the strut, remove the axle nut. Alright, so we're gonna remove this sensor here first. Let's just get it out of the way. And that is a Taurus, an external Taurus. But this 1/4 inch seems to fit really well, and as long as you're careful, no harm, no foul. Let's pull it out of here. Next we'll undo this brake hose bracket in the back right here or there or somewhere. So that looks like it's going to be a 10 millimeter. Okay. They're going to be 15 millimeters. Axle nut's a 29 millimeter. Guess it's good enough for now. Let's take this off. 22. It's good to lube up these threads before you send it. Woo! That's scary. Oh, that puppy's in there, huh? Jam my knee. Just needed some weight. that guy. I barely even had to hit it with that guy, but it just, I guess it's all about the weight of it. So now we'll undo this one, and we can remove it, like put my foot on the control arm, lift it out of that, lift it out of this, and slide it off of that all at once. Oh my God. Good thing it's not a live firearm, I'd have shot myself. This is like easier to do it than it was to explain it. Okay, now we got to get this snap ring out of here. And I need better pliers because this doesn't quite have the reach. Did these just break? Sometimes you got to modify stuff to make it fit. I'm gonna get these tie rods out of here. Oh, I popped it loose. Sweet. Grab this one, squeeze that together. Got to remove this outer tie rod so I can slip the boot off without damaging it. The first thing I want to do is take a measurement, and we're at 2.5 centimeters. Alright, with a 1 5/16 adapter from this kit here, we'll slide on this tube. Lock that ring in place. Easy peasy. Now I'll get this bottom nut off and break loose and get this link out. Well, I guess you only live once. Hey, phew, that worked. Whew. Shit. It's okay. Hiya! Had a heart attack. Well, this one was feeling really rough, and it's cracked up top, so looks like we're replacing both of these strut mounts. Lo and behold, these shocks are blown anyways. There's no resistance to them at all anymore. Well, if one shock is blown and original, this one is original also, so that means it's probably blown too. I'm not going to bother disassembling this strut though. We're just going to go ahead and replace them all, or replace both of them. Alright, time to slide the new struts in. Just got to make sure I'm putting this oriented in the right way to miss the bolts that we got going on in here. There we go. Just a little convincing. Okay, I'm gonna do the puzzle here. Let's see this first. Tricky. Now comes the fun part, putting everything back together. It's always like the downhill, right? So now for the sway bar links, there is a left and a right, but unlike the originals, it does not mention top or bottom, so we're off by a lot. Alright, I'm gonna wait till I get the brake caliper out of my way before I try any harder on that. Let's see if we can, yes, get this guy, get the rest of this started and get the disc on and get the caliper on. So because I measured the distance of this ball joint, just spinning it around will change that measurement. So I got to grab the whole inner tie rod and spin it around. pads on there. So I gotta carve my own threads into this thing. It's easy enough. And the brackets, I had to switch these brackets over from the old ones. And with that, one side is done. Okay, it's all back together on the ground. Both sides are done. I didn't need to show you the second side, right? Same as the other side. We just got to start it up now and move the steering wheel back and forth because we replaced the rack and pinion, and top it off with some fluid. Alright, so there was room in the budget for some fresh rotors, and he did say he had a pulse. So we'll just go ahead and take care of that while we're here. I have to spread these back apart a hair. Oh, those are warm.